Hi, this is Dr. Pepe, and today we're going to be going over Domain 1 Professional Practice and Ethics, and we're going to be going over subcategory E, which says discuss clients' rights and responsibilities. This is similar to subcategory D, but here we are specifically addressing the client's rights. And the one thing that I think about when discussing clients' rights is the right to confidentiality. Confidentiality should be a theme that you go over with the client. It should be stated in the intake form that they sign and agree to. And you should also address the limits of that confidentiality, both verbally as well as in writing. Also, with client rights, the acronyms HIPAA and FERPA, those you should be aware of. Those are different acts that were passed into law that give clients confidentiality to records. And if you are working with minors, the one of the things that you should consider is who is the who is in charge of the minor, and if there is a legal divorce, then you would need a physical copy of the divorce decree. And in the divorce decree, it will specify who has access to the medical records and access to confidential information. If they are adults, that you don't need to ask for a divorce decree, but if they have a disability, or if there is some legal issues, then you should ask for any legal paperwork that could affect who has access to the medical records, so that you're informed um, if those are requested. So that is some of the rights. Now, as far as the responsibilities, I think it's important for the counselor to explain the counseling process, right? The notion of what behavior change looks like, the notion of goal setting, the notion of, it's not a passive process, but it's an active process that requires clients' engagement. And also, I think it's important to let them know, some of the kind of barriers to change, and letting them know about how things might get worse before they get better. If you're working in an institution, for example, if you're working in a school with minors, or maybe you're working in a criminal justice, in a jail, or similar institution, then you have to keep that in mind, because that affects the autonomy of the client, and it affects some of the ethical as well as legal implications that a counselor should be aware of. So when you discuss clients' rights and responsibilities, you should also keep in mind what the environment looks like, as well as if they're a minor, or if they have a disability that would implicate other individuals and kind of their rights and responsibilities. It's a situation with many layers, and part of that is understanding what those layers are, And that's why it's important for a new counselor to be under the supervision of someone with experience so that they can help them navigate all those layers involved.